of God. Listen, I want to tell you something. Be mindful about giving to the so-called needy, right? Be mindful about giving to the so-called needy. I'm going to tell you something. Something just happened that reminded me of something that happened yesterday. I'm in Charlotte and my cousin wanted me to meet up with her so she could treat me to lunch. Well, while I was heading to the spot for lunch, I see this lady. She's holding up a sign. And on the sign it says she needs assistance. She has a family of four children, blah, blah, blah. But when I look at the lady as I'm studying her, she's sitting there with a sign and she's looking back at me. She got a pretty big smile on her face, like, you know, eyeing me like she's ready for me to give her something as we're passing, coming up to the stop sign where she's standing on the corner, right? And so I look at her. She's happy. The cheekbones kind of fat like mine, look like she ain't missing no meals. And she has on a nice, beautiful dress. She's dressed really nice. She's clean. She has a beautiful earring, a nice, beautiful necklace. So I said, So, you know, I was processing all of that in my head, but then I started thinking out loud, and I said, that lady, she don't look like, for her to be holding a sign saying she got a family of four, she don't look like she's needy, because, you know, she got on this nice jewelry. She's happy. I can look in her eyes, and like I said, the smile on her face, I can tell that she was happy, right? And my cousin looked at, she's like, oh no, they do that. She's like, and her husband, they stand on different corners. She's like, they got nice vehicles, blah, blah, blah. Right? So, by the time we coming back from where we were going, and we were parked there in the parking lot, we came back. I noticed, I don't know where she put the sign, but the lady comes walking, nothing in her hand, the sign is gone. Maybe she ditched it in the trash can, or where it left it someplace where she was standing. And my cousin said, I bet you she's going to get in that nice, the van. It was a Toyota, it looks like a nearly brand new van. And she says her husband drives a nice Dodge truck. Sure enough, the lady comes, gets in this nice Toyota car. She looks around, gets in the car, and drives off. Yes. So I'm like, wow. And that took me back to last week. It was Friday. I stopped for some lunch in this little small town. And where I stopped for lunch at, this guy comes up and he goes, ma'am. I went and I grabbed lunch. I was bringing it with me, so I had it in my hand in the bag. And he walks up behind me, and he says, and I didn't know anyone was coming up behind me until my dog alerted me. And so I turned around and it was a guy. He's like, ma'am, I just want to know if you could just give me some money so I could go and get something to eat. So I looked at him, and then something in my spirit said, don't give him any money, give him your food. So I handed him my food. Food that I had just bought. The guy took the food, opened the bag, opened the plate, looked at it, and I'm sitting there watching him, right? I'm sitting there watching him like this. He closed it back, and he's like, it's okay. He gave it back to me. I'm like, wow. So anyway, what I want to tell you is, people of God, be very discerning. Be discerning when you're giving to the so-called needy. You know, the Bible tells us the poor will always be among you. The Bible also tells us, you know, those who give to the poor will never lack, you know, but woe unto those who turn away from the poor, right? So don't let people, you use discernment. Don't let people play you. You know, I said some videos a couple of weeks ago, I might have been a fool before, but I won't be a dummy no more. People, a lot of people, they want to ride off of other people, right? They want to ride off of other people. And God told me God told me a long time ago, where I had some leeches that were so-called friends connected to me years ago. And there was something I wanted to start. I wanted to get a business off the ground. And I was struggling to get my business off the ground. But I always worked. I always try to provide for myself, right? I never wanted to be a burden to anyone. And I never forget this. The Lord put it in my spirit. I give you all the bricks to build your house, and you kept giving them out. Now you trying to finish your house and you ain't got enough bricks, right? And it was a hard pill to swallow, because some of them same folk that I gave to, that I gave, let use my cards and different things like that. Folk will say, oh, just let me use your card. So they know the ones who got good credit. Let me use your card. I'll pay this, that, pay that. People don't pay stuff on time. They stop paying, or they try to create an argument with you so they won't have to pay. Just be very discerning. Let God lead you when it comes to giving to the so-called needy, so-called poor. Don't be quick to say yes just because someone asks you for something and gives you a sob story. People are very strategic at lying and manipulating folk to get what they want, right? So be discerning. You work hard for what you want. You work hard. God give us health and strength. A lot of us, we all have the same 24 hours in a day, right? So just be very discerning and mindful when giving to the needy. It was a funny situation that I encountered, but at the same time, it's crazy. They make it difficult for the people that really need it, and then we passed this other couple where they had all of their belongings outside. You can look at the bottom of their feet. You can, what I'm saying? You just have to be very discerning and investigative when giving your resources, right? Are you having a remote order? So, no. Yeah, that's just my little 2 cents. Be discerning when giving to the so-called needy. All right? I love you. Stay vigilant. Stay blessed. Stay blessed. Keep your head on the swivel, too.